Hi friends, I'm Uma Maheshwari and I'm here to present the poster made by my friends Arman and the invisible Dishant. He is shy to come on the stage. So, looking on the poster, you may be curious, like there is Wonder Woman, Freud, Oedipus complex, like what is it about? You will get to know that in a few minutes. Beginning with Wonder Woman. She is a superheroine appearing in DC Comics and movies. Princess Diana, who is Wonder Woman, she is the daughter of Queen of Amazons Hippolyta and Zeus, the mightiest of the gods of Amazons. Any Wonder Woman fans over here? I am a big fan of Wonder Woman. One of the reasons is, in a world dominated by male superheroes like Batman, Superman, and the latest addition to it down from the south, Minnal Murli, we have the female superheroine like the strong and powerful Wonder Woman. She voluntarily left her home of Themyscira to spread the message of Amazons fighting for justice and equality in the men's world. If you see the rope-like structure held by her, it's called the Lasso of Truth. And the Lasso of Truth is believed to be unbreakable, indestructible and immutable. Do you know what is the speciality of this lasso? I think those who have read the comic may be knowing it. Whoever is held by this lasso, they are forced to tell and understand the absolute truth. Just imagine if we had such a lasso in our real life. We can just hold someone by that lasso and make them to tell the truth. It can be your boyfriend or girlfriend or even our Deepak sir. The n number of lies that he tells every day. He won't be able to make it. Coming back to next, like Freud. I don't think I need to explain about Freud much to this audience. The founder of the concept of psychoanalysis, a method for treating mental illness and a theory explaining human behavior. Freud believed that the events that happen in our childhood have a great impact in the adult lives and shaping our personalities. One of the famous or rather infamous theories of Freud, that is the psychosexual stages of development, which includes the oral stage, anal stage, phallic stage, latent stage and genital stage. Oedipus complex, the topic on which the poster is made, it occurs on the phallic stage of development. It can be said as the attachment a male child has towards the mother, a male child of around 3 to 5 years, towards the mother, which is accompanied by a feeling of envy or aggressiveness towards the father. The title of Oedipus complex, it is derived from the Sophocles' Athenian tragedy, where the main character, Oedipus Rex, he was cursed to kill his father to sleep with his mother. So Freud suggested that a child develops a kind of sexual attraction towards the parent of the opposite sex with rivalry or hatred towards the parent of the same sex. But these feelings are largely repressed due to fear of punishment. Some psychologists also says that the kind of feelings that the child have during this stage is more of a feeling to be possessed or to be loved by the mother. Does it all sound so strange or wrong? But what to do? Our human mind, it is stranger than anything else that exists in the world. And if you go by the theories of Freud and believe in its unconscious mind, it is where all our desires, wants, needs are hidden, and it may sometimes be wrong and unacceptable. Freud believed that the Oedipus complex was a natural part of the phallic stage, and an infant, if he could resolve through this internal conflict, through the process of sublimation, that is transforming this unacceptable desire or need to a socially acceptable one, he could shift the desire that he had towards his mother to attraction towards another woman. Now coming back to the poster, you can see in the poster there is a young cute Sigmund Freud being depicted of around 5 years of age. You can also see there is the characteristic round spectacles that is worn by Freud, and there is this heart in eyes and blushing cheeks. Why is he blushing? Because he is being held by the lasso of truth by Wonder Woman. And you know, anyone who is bound by the lasso, they have to tell the truth. So the inner child of Freud makes him to call the powerful, majestic Wonder Woman mommy in a very sexualized way. That is why his cheeks, the blushing cheeks. What a strange idea, I would say. I'm still surprised like how my friends came up with this idea. And they're lucky that Freud is no more, otherwise they would have ended in some trouble. So, here the concept of Oedipus complex is being represented in a very comical way. And it has been imagined that Freud connected the Wonder Woman towards a mother figure. Coming to another element of the poster, there is also a collaboration between the logo of DC and Freud. In the logo, there is an X that represents the sword of goddess of Athena that is always wielded by Wonder Woman in her fights, and the cigar that is held by Freud during his therapy sessions with patients. Connecting this concept of Oedipus complex to criminology, there is a paper published by a polypsychologist called Hanbaumsky where he said that the distortion or maladaptation that happens during the stage of Oedipus complex, it results in the formation of hypermasculine tendencies in adult men that are characterized by misogynistic tendencies and kind of an independent, arrogant attitude, which is like, I do not care what the world thinks. So this in turn paves road for violent crimes, especially household crimes like marital rape and domestic violence. Also connecting the concept of Oedipus complex to the life of a murderer or killer called as Edward Gein, who is also known as the Butcher of Plainfield. He also had a similar story like many other serial killers. He had a very abusive childhood, like a very traumatic childhood. His mother was very abusive, and this abusive nature of his mother turns him to like idolize her, to have a kind of sexual attraction towards his mother. He was, the feeling that Ed Gein had towards his mother was like, I love her, but at the same time I hate her. After the death of his mother, it was actually a very big shock to him. He confessed that he had actually taken the corpse of his mother from the graveyard and decapitated the body. What is interesting in his story is that the two women who he murdered actually resembled his mother. Like while thinking, like what made Ed Gein a murderer or a killer? What made him to do these things? It can be the unhealthy attachment that he had towards his mother. It may be the wrong notions of sex and sexuality he had, and he was always driven by the fantasies of his mother. We can understand so considering all these things, what we can understand is it is very necessary to understand the concept of Oedipus complex in the development of a child, because through that we can have an in-depth knowledge in understanding the personality of people, especially of that of criminals. I think this presentation was found interesting to you, and thank you guys for listening. Thank you.